the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, peace be upon you. Apologies, I speak slowly. If you want to speed up this video, you can press the settings button on the bottom right of the screen, then click on speed and select a suitable speed. I wanted to talk about pyramid business schemes, and I do believe that they are an invention of Satan. Now, when I was 18 to 21 years old, I was quite lost in the world. I didn't have a direction. I'd just done badly at my A-levels, and I got a job working part-time for Kirby American Systems on telephone sales, trying to get people to buy £500 vacuum cleaners. I was encouraged to sell to family and friends, but because I was terrible at selling, I didn't do very well. Now, they tried to get rid of me without paying me for the hours that I'd worked, but I was assertive enough to demand my salary. These days, these schemes have gone on to a new level, and they tell lies to get people interested. Now, one of the biggest lies that they tell you is that you will make hundreds and thousands of pounds while you're sleeping. This is completely false. I have not known anybody in my life who has made money from, or even a penny from, these rubbish schemes. The next lie that they tell you is that it's better than investing in houses. Because I genuinely want the best for people, when they tell young people such a big lie, it really turns my stomach. Their lies make me vomit, and I really worry for young people and the lies that they are told these days. Now, during your participation in these pyramid schemes, they encourage you to sell to your friends and family first. And what I'd like to say is, these people who manipulate young vulnerable people like this are absolutely despicable, because they cause vulnerable poor people to exploit even more vulnerable people. Now, I know women and men who make their elderly parents buy the pointless rubbish that they're selling, and their poor elderly parents are paying using their pension, which isn't very much. I find it completely disgusting. Now, these people that used to be my friends have become quite ugly inside. They don't see people as humans anymore. It seems that whenever they see a human being, they're actually seeing dollar signs or pound signs, and they cannot talk about normal things. Their brain has been rewired, and all they can do is, sometimes they're quite sly, because they'll talk about something, but really, their ulterior motive is, and eventually they'll get to it, is to try to sell you something. And it is such a strain to be around these people, and I want them to know, and I want anybody out there who's got involved in pyramid schemes to know that it is a complete con, and you will lose your friends and family, and you'll just become uncaring and completely money driven and ugly. Now, with my friends, if I choose not to buy, they will make snide remarks that I'm not a genuine friend. Really, they're not a genuine friend anymore. And here's an example of an article that was in the Daily Mail about a woman who had 2 young children, so she decided to start selling aloe vera products, and she became completely obsessed. And I'd like to read a quote from her. It says, "By the time I quit, I felt betrayed and ashamed of the lies I told." Yeah, you're betrayed by the company bosses, and you betray the people around you. And yes, you should feel ashamed of the lies that you tell. The lies that I told to try to get ahead. My partner Sam said he no longer recognized me. She wasn't even spending time with her son. So these people become so low when they join the pyramid schemes. They even try to go behind your back and get your young children, like who are over 16, to buy their junk in these stupid bullshit schemes. And so it's quite shocking. And recently that happened to my daughter, where this so-called friend, is going behind my back trying to get my daughter, who is vulnerable because she suffers eczema, so she's trying to get her to buy this poison. But alhamdulillah, my daughter knows, because she's researched the medical industry and the harmful chemicals that they put in medicines and creams, and she's not interested to buy these products because we have the aloe vera plant in the house. We have 100% aloe vera in the house. Why are we going to go out and buy products that don't have 100% aloe vera and have harmful chemicals added? So if you are part of these pyramid schemes, I'd like to tell you that nobody likes you anymore. Your friends don't like you. They don't want to be around you. And because I know me and my sister don't want to be around these friends of ours who just want to make money from us. And then if we choose not to buy, they'll tell us that we are envious and we don't want them to become rich. That's absolute rubbish. We're not interested in what you're selling, and you are just seeing us as a customer, not a friend anymore. So I did consider, talking about my feelings with these friends, but I have a feeling that they will say that I'm envious, I don't want them to become rich, and I'm not a true friend. I hope if you're watching this and you're on these pyramid schemes, you do try to find an alternative way of earning money. pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and inshallah He will guide you to a career acceptable to Him. And I have put my email address on the front of this PowerPoint. If you send me your CV, I will help you improve it to help you get a suitable job. And alhamdulillah, I have helped a few friends, and they get interview after interview when they use the CV or the application form that I help them complete. And so, provided I have time, inshallah, I can support you. So I pray Allah guides us, protects us, and gives us peace. I pray Allah guides the Satanists, Antichrist, and the devil to the straight path. And may the ultimate success be that all creation unite for truth and justice, and that humans realize they are not wiser than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I pray Allah guides us guidance again, and grants us all forgiveness, and makes the children be a source of peace for the parents, and the parents a source of peace for the children, and for me to be a source of peace for all. And may I achieve martyrdom by defending the vulnerable. Allahu Akbar and Allah Hafiz.